She had 4 beautiful babies, and she was a very good mother to them.
Family members tell us how a mother died while trying to save her children from a fire at their home.
A monster Category 5 hurricane made landfall in Mexico tonight. What early reports are saying about the damage.
How a Central Kentucky boy in the fight of his life became the star of a high school football game tonight.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening to you. Her family tells us she died a hero tonight. The sister of a woman who died while trying to save her children from a burning home spoke publicly for the first time.
Pulaski County native Lori Doppelhauer, 3 of her children and a neighbor all died in the fire early Tuesday morning in Maysville. Our Monique Blair has more on how her family says she fought to save those children. It's our top story at 11.
This is a moment in time. The Doppelhauer family tells me they never thought they'd endure, burying 4 of their family members, Lori and her 3 sons, Christopher Kearney and Egan and Kieran Hargis.
And she was a very good mother to them, and they were very close. They would sing, they would read together.
Now there are some concerns among different families as to where 10-year-old Christopher Kearney will be buried.
We ask the nation for prayers that my nephew's father, Christopher Kearney, release his body to us for the honor of being laid to rest with his mother and his 2 younger brothers.
I understand where people are coming from when they would say that it only makes sense for her to be buried with all of her children. It only makes sense in my mind that as the child's living parent, that he be buried close to his father.
Now, as all the families involved begin the grieving process, Lori's family tells me they're holding on to knowing Lori died a hero, saying she used her Marine mentality to bravely fight the flames in an effort to save her children's lives.
She again fought off 2 police officers that were holding her back. She fought them off and ran back inside a burning home, consumed in flames.
But Lori and her 3 sons didn't make it out of the home.
She found those 3 boys, and their bodies were found all 4 together. She was holding her infant, and the other 2 boys were laying right next to her.
In Pulaski County,
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Monique Blair, WKYT.
Doppelhauer's sister also wanted to thank the community for all their support the last few days.
After several days of sunshine and warm temperatures, the weekend is looking much different. Some rain and wind will be moving in. Chris Bailey has an early check of our forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Amber. Yes, indeed. We roll into Saturday. Here comes the rain right on cue into central and eastern Kentucky, and it's going to kick off a very active pattern as we go into the final week of October. Defender as of now, nothing across central and eastern Kentucky, though some returns beginning to show up across western Kentucky in the form of some general light rain showers now. It's just kind of the beginning of what should be a little steadier band of rain that develops and works into town late tonight and early tomorrow morning. Clouds have been increasing slowly but surely for the better part of the day, and that continues now. Cold front still well out to our west. Notice all the juice into parts of Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas. That's going to continue to lift on to the northeast and will increase as it gets in to parts of central and eastern Kentucky. Overnight, some light rains begin to fire up, and a few showers will be around early tomorrow morning, and that will increase the deeper we get into the day tomorrow. So we're tracking that and what now is left of one of the strongest hurricanes ever recorded, if not the strongest. That is Hurricane Patricia coming ashore a little earlier tonight into the Pacific coast of Mexico. Believe it or not, that is going to cross Mexico into the Gulf of Mexico and will impact our weather by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And when I come back in a few minutes, guys, we're going to track not only the weekend rains, but rains from a Pacific hurricane that may show up here in Kentucky. An incredible final week of October.
Chris, thank you. And speaking of, Hurricane Patricia was still a powerful Category 5 storm when it made landfall tonight south of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Mexican authorities say they have received reports of some flooding and landslides along with damage. The hurricane made landfall in an area that's not heavily populated. While the storm is weakening, there are fears the hurricane could trigger more flooding, even more landslides as it moves over Mexico.
Noon tonight, investigators say an 80-year-old man died after being hit by a car in Johnson County. It happened about 7:30 along Highway 321 in Paintsville. Police say the man was walking along the road when the car hit him. They're still trying to figure out what led to the accident. The man's name has not been released. And tonight, a man killed in a motorcycle crash in Scott County is being remembered as a loving husband and father. Police say 33-year-old Robert Griffin Jr. of Laurel County died last night when an SUV turned in front of his motorcycle in Georgetown. He leaves behind a wife of 16 years and 2 children. Griffin used to coach middle school football in Laurel County.
He was a guy that the kids remember. I mean, when you look back at your school careers, there's certain teachers, certain coaches who had impacts, and you remember them years later, and he'll be one of those people.
Griffin's funeral will be Wednesday afternoon at 2 at East London Holiness Church in Laurel County. Tonight, his widow says she would like people with motorcycles to ride them during the funeral procession as a tribute.
Tonight's Nicholas County High School football game featured a star who isn't old enough to even make the team. A 3-year-old boy battling a serious illness took the spotlight as players, coaches, and fans made it a special night for him. Garrett Weimer has the story new at 11.
Noah Hunter isn't an ordinary 3-year-old. He's stronger. He has to be.
With a 3-year-old having cancer, how do you explain to them what cancer is?
Noah's fighting leukemia, but it didn't stop him from stealing the show at this football game.
He's such a strong individual for being so young, and he's really an inspiration for everyone in this community.
Wearing a jersey with his dad's high school number, Noah was an honorary game captain, joining the players at midfield.
Who is the best? Say it again in OAH.
The cheerleaders even led a cheer just for him, all for a special boy who's already been through so much.
I went with him one day to get his chemo, and they came in with the needle to access his port, and I was in tears, and he just sat there, never cried or anything.
He went to the doctor, they gave him medicine and helped him fight the bad guys. So, to us, it was like, he's a superhero.
He inspires those who know him and love him. Who's your favorite superhero?
Batman.
Turns out even heroes have heroes of their own. In Nicholas County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
He's a pretty cute hero himself. Noah's father says that he just finished up a harsh round of treatment. He says he'll get a couple of weeks off before his next round. We're told that Noah has about another 2.5 years of treatment.